against the Elder Titan Aura, but I don't think MVP would have gone for Lich on the off lane with the Darkseer, because they mostly do it with another hero that doesn't push the lane like Darkseer Iron Shell. You don't need Lich on the lane with Darkseer most of the time, and you have Bounty under roaming. So you probably want Bounty and Darkseer together on the same lane.
Reserve time.
Yeah, it's a bit peculiar because if you normally ban Lich, especially against a team like MVP who don't normally go for it, I can't help but feel like maybe Wings are considering something a bit more to push heavy.
They did use the Lich in a couple of group games.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They did. It wasn't against Darkseer, but it was basically to secure their lanes. Because MVP want to play a very fast-paced game, and having very good lanes and giving your offlaner a good start, especially a hero like Nyx, is very important. It's very difficult to read into what the teams are trying to do, especially Wings, because they're like so random. They do everything.
Yeah.
They don't do the same thing twice in a row.
Yeah, it's always this part of the trap too. It's like it all looks good and normal here at the start. You think these are just two casual, normal, competitive Dota teams, and then things get crazy.
Yeah, it's like you look at the drop, but you don't understand how they are going to utilize the drop and what is the idea behind the whole composition that they built against MVP.
10 seconds
like the last game, it was like, oh, Warlock, what's Warlock gonna do here? Then we slowly realized during the game that Puck and Queen of Pain is so mobile, and Warlock with the AoE control is allowing them to win all the team fights. So this game Wings has superior team fight already right now with the two opening picks, the Elder Titan and the Void. Whereas MVP wants to, again, like their similar play style, they play fast paced, they don't want to rely on cooldowns, they're going to be constantly running at you.
That seems to be a kind of advantage that Wings have. It's like I mean, unless they absolutely go crazy, but yeah, you can keep the draft overall very open-ended, very mysterious, if you will. But once that last piece of the puzzle comes in, then it might be too late for the other team. You're like, oh, that's the game plan, and we don't have an answer.
They're very good at exploiting a certain hero where they understand how much the hero gives to them during a certain point in the game. Whereas other teams probably they look at the draft, we got this, we should be able to take this game, but Wings just has that superior understanding compared to other teams.
Wings move into a Disruptor Will. This is still seeming pretty normal for a Wings team here.
I think I do yeah, for now, but I think I do like Wings' lineup so far. They created a good amount of separation with the ET, the Faceless Void, and the Disruptor. Those are three decent ways to disengage in the fight. And that's what you need against MVP. You can't get into those slugfests where you're willing to fight MVP non-stop, because I think that's where MVP thrives over almost every other team. Is their ability to somehow get people into thinking, oh, we can keep fighting them, but MVP will eventually break you. We saw that in the first game against OG, where it looked like OG were going to dominate that game off the back of a Timbersaw, but in a game like this, I think Wings, you have to keep your strategy in mind at all times.
I mean,
okay, so Phoenix...
SB, okay.
If there was a mascot for MVP, would it be Spirit Breaker?
It has to be.
It's either that or Warlock for sure. I bet.
Or March Screaming.
March Screaming. That's their anthem.
5 seconds
They roll in through that curtain with a March Scream and plop right into a Spirit Breaker.
I would say Wings have pretty good heroes against SB right now. Disruptor and the Titan are pretty good. I mean, you don't really want to run into those heroes. It's like easy setup for Stack Storm, like Elder Titan Storm on your teammates. I mean, then again, that's MVP, right? They don't give a shit. They're just gonna run at you.
3 melee heroes.
I was thinking about whether or not they would take the SB, but normally, actually never do you see a Bounty Hunter and a Spirit Breaker on the same team.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
Because you fulfill a similar purpose. You just run around the map and try to create space, but that means you need a really strong, self-sufficient safe laner for MVP Phoenix that can deal with the Void one-on-one, and Void is one of those heroes that succeeds very well in a one-on-one matchup just because of his base.
So you want something like Axe, Timber.
Yeah,
you want to beat him in the lane.
And I think for Wings, the gameplay is try to keep as stable of a laning phase as you possibly can with these heroes, and they further that by picking Jug. Then just get into team fights where you allow MVP to run the team.
MVP last game, they didn't think they ran at them hard enough.
They're just like, it was a Spirit Breaker, guys.
Down. Man, they're, I don't want to say stubborn, but man, they just, we gotta get it right.
By the way, are you guys surprised? That looks like a normal draft for Wings. Not all random draft bamboo.
I know. What's happening here? This is weird.
5 seconds remaining.
Which is weird in itself. Man,
they are too
maybe the 5th pick is very fishy. Maybe that's what it is.
Guys, they don't do stuff like that just to be original.
I wonder if MVP's like, I wonder if they're even thinking like, this is a weird draft.
Yeah, what did they ban OD?
There's only one team that's picked it in this tournament, and they're out.
Wings ban.
Maybe from scrims?
Yeah, possibly. So MVP is looking for MP's hero. His Invoker didn't do so well the last game.
5
But
seconds
still,
remaining.
I mean, I could see it still working for them, you know, because they just have good heroes around the Invoker. You want to fight so much in the early game.
So you pretty
Reserve
much
time.
just pick the same draft.
I mean, I don't think they care.
I do like though that they're not doubting themselves because you can't just switch gears this hard.
And I think that this game, their heroes might have a better chance against what Wings have. Like, they're not so mobile, so they can't run away from the PA and the SB. I mean, they do have a lot of lockdown and stun.
Can't believe Phoenix. I mean, they're 1 game away from top, or 2 games away from top 3, and they've done it on the heels of just running the same kind of combination over and over again, and teams just, they never learn. But Wings might be the team to finally stop that. They're like, we're not going to engage you in this brawl fest. We'll play the separation
10
game.
seconds
I mean, their
remaining.
playstyle is like, you see it coming, but what can you do? Like, it's either you try and fight
5
them, like
seconds
they're so
remaining.
fast, like you know it's coming, but what do you do? It's either you choose a lineup that fights them, or
Reserve
you
time.
dodge them.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think that the winner of this series walks away already with a guarantee at least, what, $2 million more than TI 1, 2, 3. Crazy stuff. Looking for the final grab here from MVP. It's going to be Wings who get the last word in this draft, so MVP got to make it count.
I think the Invoker is a decent idea. It's a concept that works pretty decently against a lot of these heroes because they are very mana dependent, but I don't know how much lockdown that you get, and the Jug can just spin out for the most part and keep things going with his healing ward.
So what else would you prefer, Will?
Maybe maybe like TA for them.
Yeah.
TA would allow them to go for
Roche.
really early Roche, yeah.
More physical damage too.
I mean, here on the panel, normally a Storm Spirit would probably pop up right now.
It would be pretty bad. It would wreck so hard in this game, like every single counter is available. I mean, this one's definitely a tough one, just considering that they did just lose with the Invoker, so it's whether or not you're still confident in running it.
You don't think they are?
I think if they were, they would have picked it by now.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a fair point. They're taking a long time, so
You can also run Mag. Like Mag PA with Darkseer. It's not really their style, but
have they done it?
No,
And it's cooldown relying, you know, they probably will.
Ursa. So this is the one-on-one hero against the...
Yeah, the self-sufficient hero that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Good matchup against the Void for sure. And again, good Roshan potential right now instead of the PA.
he's melee, he runs at you. That's qualifications.
Melee, 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 melee.
10 seconds remaining.
We're gonna see a bomb man come out here. That's 5 melee.
Guys, they can
5
run a normal
seconds
draft.
remaining.
They don't have to go... That's just
They can. They can.
What if they run the normal Japanese?
Reserve time.
Dude,
What
that's,
world are we living in?
dude, that's the real next level play. Is that everyone's anticipating Wings to pick something weird, then they just run at you normal.
They got like Winter
MVPs.
Wyvern or
10
something.
seconds
Like,
remaining.
Yeah,
It's like
that's pretty good.
they don't really have.
No, but they need a core.
5
They run
seconds
faces
remaining.
void. Yeah.
They would have to do
Faces
ET
void
off
save.
Oh, they have a normal draft. Look at that.
Bat Rider is gonna be coming out.
Impossible. I don't believe.
That's a Wings draft. No.
That's not a Wings draft. Fair enough. Based on the draft before us, gentlemen, last thoughts before we send it over?
I think MVP is going to do it this time. They've learned from their mistake of last game of not having another melee. This time they completed 5 melee heroes.
I'll go with MVP. Wings draft's too normal.
They have a normal draft. So I go with Wings this time.
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for your input. Let's go ahead and send things over now to the side of the stage where we have our casters. It's LD and Mutt.
Thanks so much, Dakota, and we are here 1 game away for Wings to get top 3 and to secure $2 million. And now, of course, MVP Phoenix,
10
they're also
seconds
1 game
remaining.
away from going down to the lower bracket. LD, this is a huge game for both teams. Who's going to come out on top in this one?
I have to go with Wings. They have seen nothing but this exact same strategy
Prepare
from
for
MVP.
battle.
They already counted it once. MVP hardly deviated at all. Slight difference in picks. I think Wings have it. They have great anti-melee counters. They have tons of way to punish tower diving. They have tons of heroes to kite effectively in terms of the Chronosphere, the sleep, the glimpse back, the kinetic field to catch them. But never count out MVP with a bounty hunter. So I do favor Wings based on draft, but my heart wants MVP to give us that game.
We want that game 3. We really want that game 3. It's been a pretty hype series already. That first game, QO got shut down, couldn't find many targets. He got a couple of kills in the aisle, but that was it. It was him and Ice. It was the supports. He was bringing them down, but he wasn't doing enough damage to the cores. And again, it was all that kiting coming out. MVP, they didn't have a way to deal with it. Now they're going up against, like you said, the Chrono, the Glimpse, what have you. So Wings obviously, for the first time in a long time, they go for a normal draft, as the draft panel talked about. And we'll see how well they're able to do this pickup.
So they're going to run a standard laning setup in addition to a pretty standard draft. We will see the off-lane Void. He doesn't do well against Ursa at all. He gets zoned pretty hard, so may have to resort to the Iron Talon, go back to the jungle. MVP, confident in their level 1. They're very scary with the Iron Shell and the gap closing potential they have. So they will secure this top rune. Blink will grab bottom. Looks like the Batrider potentially just going to go mid. The Jug starts boots first, will go to the bottom lane. So it's worth mentioning, as good as Ursa is at dealing with Juggernaut, Disruptor, with Void, Disruptor and Juggernaut are very good at also punishing a Darkseer off lane. So Forev isn't even going to enter the lane. He just goes straight to the jungle with an Iron Talon. I do like this decision. This is a very strong kill lane against the Darkseer.
He should have a sentry. He's dropped one down already. There's another Stifling Dagger to come through. Plenty of damage on Blink, and he has his bottle already. Went no regen, got 2 cooled tangos. He's already up to his bottle. Top lane, Ice Ice is rotated up there as well, looking for the stomp. Well, successful though, just trying to zone out. But again, Blink in that mid lane is getting harassed by Febby.
Yeah.
Boy, he's taking some serious damage.
You know, Winter told me Bounty Hunter's not a good harassing hero anymore, but here I see Febby just crushing Blink. The sentry a bit off to the side, and he's mostly been heading kind of around the vision. And now he goes behind the tower. Febby, just an absolute artist at the early zoning. Batrider has not even seen creeps right now, Mod.
Yeah, he really can't
punish.
He cannot get any last hits. He can't even walk up. And that Bounty Hunter is doing some serious work in that mid lane. But top lane, he getting chased down by Ice Ice. And this is supposed to be a solo matchup. Void is supposed to be alone, but they've rotated Ice Ice to help out. That means that bottom is, of course, completely free farm, going for that Juggernaut. And again, it's going to be Innocence. Sure, he's getting the pulls off and getting experience as well. Get to that quick level 6. Static Storm will be a very important factor in this game. Worth leveled up Glimpse as well. It's not bad either.
Beware of the Courier Snipe. Courier just walking down the lane against a Bounty Hunter. It is only a level 1 bounty.
Yeah, Febby can't grab it.
I may have seen Febby for a second running by in the mid lane, but that's still very risky. Generally, you will see players walk back to the tier 2, even have a support buried out, or try to juke the Courier a bit, wait for the Bounty Hunter to show himself. So the big deviation, I guess, for Wings is that they're running the dual lane with the Elder Titan, as there is a charge towards mid. 2-minute rune about to spawn. Dubu securing that bounty run for QO.
There's that Radiant Ward up at the top rune spot that will see the charge coming through, so invisibility! Not able to find that kill with that charge, but
yeah, he just wants to get the runes for the team. Right. About securing the PA's lane, you see the bounty hunter harassing, the charge on mid. The key time where MVP are going to get aggressive, as Innocence, looking to scope out the Darkseer, might be able to find a first blood of Forev, who is very low.
Again, seen this before. Does have, I don't think he has the TP that he did last time. I think he might just be dead.
He's level 2 now. He skills up the Thunder Strike. I don't think he can quite kill Forev yet. With a glimpse. Meanwhile, mid, there's also pressure on Blink.
He can use that Firefly. Another Stifling Dagger comes out. Plenty of damage. The Shadow Walk. He's going to get the hit up, and Blink will have to be very careful with how he approaches the high ground. Febby now with 3 stacks, drops the sentry down. He might actually be in trouble. Febby's low, 4 stacks, sticks up, but now blocked by the creep wave. Will survive. Blink in trouble. One more right click. It's the dagger that does it for QO.
Meanwhile, Innocence, he did end up going for the kill at Forev. He couldn't quite get it. Missed on the kinetic field. And now Mr. 17% in the house.
Oh, he gets the back to stop the TP. And Innocence will fall.
Double dash there. Secures the kill. Oh, these are the kinds of mistakes that can come back to haunt you against MVP.
Who would have thought?
Still no boots on Blink. This is going to allow the Bounty Hunter to really punish him. And now Ice Ice, it might be his turn mid.
Like you said, QO only goes forward, but Ice Ice, he will go back.
Look at Febby, he's sniping the tower.
Another stifling, he's so low. One more right click, and there it is.
What is this team? MVP, how do they make it work? Somehow, some way. Elder Titan's like, yeah, I'll just go farm at the tier 1. Little does he know, Bounty Hunter will dive him past it. And ends up not even being punished for it. So, MVP, that magic about their early aggression. They found it here, Mod. Now, the good news for Wings, their cores are farming well, and really where they excel at the counter pressure is in the mid game, but they got to get there first. Another charge.
Link's gonna get caught. Oh, but this time he will have help with Innocence, throwing for Thunder Strike. Here's Febby doing some right click. Shuriken, he's got mana for it, I believe, but I don't think he could go for that kill with Blink. around as well, and another hero rotating in. Ice is nearby as well with the Stomp Zone. So drop a ward down, and that's going to be the end of it, and Bevy will head out.
So Walking Courier did show itself bottom, I believe. Bevy was wondering if it would take the quicker route back, but wisely, Shadow sends it around the long way. So he won't get the Courier snipe just yet.
Here's the good thing for Wings. They have Shadow as well as the face one in that top lane farming really well. See, 30 lashes coming up for the Juggernaut.
Bevy?
Oh, head out as well. Saw Dubu deny himself to Roshan at the same time. Sure that he gets back to full health and he can charge somewhere if he so chooses to. But that top lane is a matchup we haven't really seen too much of. It's again, Ursa going up against Faith Beyond. CS is roughly even.
You really have to anticipate the ganks. The wing supports are not that mobile. The charges coming mid, they have 2 heroes in the area. They might be able to punish this dive, Mott.
Wing Dagger comes out against slowing Blink. How far do they want to go? Into the Firefly and then backing up.
That's not MVP Dota. What are you doing, Dubu?
They're a little too far, I think, from that Bat Rider.
I'm disappointed. But yeah, they definitely should not have dove that with so many heroes missing.
MP gonna get bashed top lane. Another charge coming in, Faith Beyond. Got the time walk, but is on level 2. MP's gonna try to get that damage done, get the time walk coming in, and now there's no way of getting out. If they get the bash here, it'd be actually huge, but the TP's gonna be coming in already from Wings. Although it is canceled, Ice won't end up coming to that top lane. His mid lane, Bevy, is still stalking and trying to fight.
The scan found him.
Blink is going to get caught by another crit, the Stifling Dagger. Stomp will not save him. Although Bevy and QO will take some tower hits, they should be fine for now, but Bevy continues the chase on Ice, who will stay underneath that tier 1 tower. And again, the aggression, the dive, not punished by Wings.
Even dropping the ward now. Bevy making great use of the Bounty Hunter. They would love to kill the Bat Rider when he goes back to farm stacks. He's had a really rough lane.
They're going in again, diving to stop him. No, stop by the Cherokee from Bevy.
Oh dear.
Run, little puzzle.
The MVPing is happening. Meanwhile, Pop Faith Beyond. He's next. He has to drop the Chrono.
I don't know if he can stay here, and he's not doing nearly enough damage to MP, but Shadow's gonna come in. Omnislash doesn't bounce to MP. Dubu will try to get you away, and they have to get the match, and they will. Faith Beyond walks up.
But they're flanking. Bevy's already here, Mott.
And Faith Beyond hides the tree line right now. Q is instead going to go to work on Shadow. No Omnislash. He's got his cooldown on 5 seconds. Right, will come through.
No arms to defend itself.
Another Stifling Dagger. Shadow has the Blade Fury.
He's leading them to Faith Beyond, though.
Yeah, they're going to run right into each other. Blade Fury comes out. Shadow's low. Q is trying to right-click him down, and it looks like he will.
Faith Beyond.
Double kill for Q. Wow. Double kill, and what a start with that Phantom Assassin this game.
The biggest worry, Bevy is already level 5.5 as a roaming bounty hunter. 3, 1, and 2. The guy hasn't even seen creeps this game, Mott. They're in for it now. This game has become very difficult.
He almost has tracked. His level 6 is going to be up, and then all of a sudden it's going to get even harder for Wings if they continue to dive into these towers.
And you're up against such a good chasing and diving lineup. There's no boots on Ice. Disruptor has no boots either. 2 supports that are absolute food.
Sentry, Ice going to get caught. There's going to be Janata. Charge coming through. Earth Shock as well. Shark in. Bevy gets another kill dominating. Patreon TP's in, but it's too late.
He's gonna be level 6 at like 8-9 minutes here.
All right, I guess we're still going, huh? Well, Dubu decides against it. They'll back it together now, forcing on another TP. The Shadow decides to stop it.
This laning stage is a complete disaster for Wings.
It's nuts.
And then you have to ask yourself, okay, so Wings have had a really bad laning stage. How do they come back in this game? Well, the thing is, ideally you want levels on your support so you can set up that big combo. The Static Storm, the Earth Splitter with the Chrono. They're nowhere near that. Juggernaut can't man fight effectively against an Ursa. Even struggles versus Spirit Breaker and PA. Doesn't have a way to deal with evasion. The bash goes through your Blade Fury. Also, MVP are very tanky, so Omnislash doesn't net you many easy kills. It's a delayed Blink Dagger on Bat Rider. So perhaps with the haste turn he can make something happen, but he's your big initiator for this team. You don't want to blow Chrono on solo pickoffs when you know MVP want to fight every 5 seconds. You need to save that Chrono for a team fight.
Innocence getting love tapped by Bevy. Comes in with the Sonata. They throw up the Cherokee, but does get glimpsed back into the connection field. They have the haste rune. So should be up for Blink. The Firefly with a sticky napalm should be enough, and Bevy looks like he will finally fall. Giving away a dominating sprint to the Disruptor. That gets him a big...
Dubu might get caught too.
Stomp coming out. He will get caught. Damage. Firefly, 2 stacks, I believe, as well. And he will fall 2 quick deaths from MVP and Wings. Now getting back into it.
Over aggression as its costs. Bounty Hunter going down, no big deal. Losing 2 though. Yeah, they're supports, but gives Wings some breathing room. Do want to point out this game, different build from QO. He's gone back for the Dominator on the Phantom Assassin, so it gives them a little more access to late game. Plus they have track load, so even if, let's say, Wings evens out the game, I like their team fight better. I think they are the better late game lineup with equal farm, but you can maintain a farm lead.
Shadow's gonna use that Blade Fury in QO, actually taking a fair bit of damage. Bevy is in, not sure if we come out looking for the chrono. They'll find Bevy getting caught. If the damage, Shadow's not in range. Heavy, they don't have the detection it looks like, and so they might go back in on Shadow as they get another crit from that Stifling Dagger. Heavy continues to hound Shadow.
He does have Omni though.
He's gonna use it. Heavy kills. The healing ward was not expected to turn around from Shadow. Still getting crit. Running low on mana. Blade Fury QO though is in trouble. He's the one that got the clip. Can they bring him down? It looks like yes, Shadow will get a double kill.
Meanwhile at the bottom rune, they do manage to find another Titan. They were going on Blink earlier. MVP overplaying their hand a little bit now on bets. 4 kills in a row they've given up to Wings. And Wings aren't forcing these. They're not smoking. They're not committing resources. They're farming during this time. Still MVP with the advantage overall when it comes to gold, when it comes to experience, but that was also with the tower. I think the big thing that's going to fuel the next round of aggression for MVP, that's Forev. Darkseer, mech about to be completed. He's 500 gold away. Yep. He's also just been turbo farming in the jungle. He has not come to fights, but round 2 of the aggression will feature level 4 IHLs on 2 heroes with a mech. Waynes are going to have to be extremely careful. This could easily result in multiple towers lost, a Roshan claimed, and another 4 or 5k gold swing, especially now that track is online.
Shadow is going for a farming build. He's built up the battle fury. He's very close to completion. He's going to help out later, and he's doing the Omni Slash as well, but I don't know
if there's 5 melee heroes. Battle fury just feels so good this game if you get the farm.
You might need a bit more, but without the battle fury yet, they're not going to be able to fight up, and they will take those guys. He's in the pit. That overpowering Crash Agent as well. 1100 gold for MP. And Nubu looks like he's smoked up with Forev right behind him.
The deep warding game that's very important for MVP. We see again the ward behind the tier 1 or bottom. We already earlier saw the ward placed near the big creep camp. Failed sentry wards dotting the map. One of them leading to a kill earlier bottom.
I feel sad for them.
In general, MVP
Radiant structures are fortified. That means you can't hurt him right now.
Yeah, he charges.
The Radiant's bottom tower has seen better days.
There's a sentry there. They can de-ward. That ward Patreon will come and use the Quelling Blade and make sure that ward goes down, so MVP loses a little bit of their vision. Heavy, though, doing a pretty good job running around, but the sentries are placed. They see him. It looks like the track's up. Patreon jumping in tower. Help find it. They need more damage. Heavy, Thunderstrike, and the kinetic shield as well. And Heavy looks like he will fall. Takes up, comes back in, and he's done. Nothing getting him out of that bad situation.
Still MVP overall pulling ahead in net worth there, even when those kills are happening, as they get another tower. The more the towers drop, the harder it is for Waynes to reinforce fights when MVP dies. So even if it looks like nothing's really happening for MVP right now, like Waynes are coming back in the game, it just takes that one fight, and now it's a lot easier to achieve that one fight. Also worth pointing out, we've been seeing MVP not really grouping up, but they have Aegis. They're going to get Blink on Ursa very soon, and they're looking to fight top.
Fancy
Sentry's down. Heavy Omni Slash is going to get caught again, but the mech keeps him alive. Turn around Shadow. Blade Fury not there. Can't get the kill. The Stomp, however, setting up a grab, but here comes the charge, and it is already low. Nether Strike coming through Eyesight, taking that damage. Vacuum in. On to 2, getting Forev a double kill.
And now they see Blink, they can get a third.
Gonna try to chase him down. Earthshock should be there. MP really wants this to Firefly. He misses the Earthshock. QO looking for the Phantom Strike. He gets it, but no Stifling Dagger to follow up, and they're out of vision.
They do have Blade Break Shadow.
They have a dash, and Neptune can't find it.
Juggernaut!
They look in their eyes for Shadow. He will play Fear away underneath that tier 1 tower.
That's a fast battle fury, considering how much MVP have been running at them. But MP now is Blink. So if they struggled to chase down that 3rd, 4th kill last fight, it's not going to happen this time around. Now they look for the tower.
Radiant structures are fortified.
If Juggernaut gets his next couple items, if he gets to late game, Omni Slash could be devastating. But they're pretty tanky even so on MVP. You have evasion on QO, so those extra auto attacks in between the Omni Slash strikes have a chance to miss. Ursa is very difficult to burst, and you have Spear Breaker. Jug needs a lot of farm if he hopes to solo carry this late game.
Well, the good news is that I don't think the Faceless Void is that far behind. It's actually only 500 away from the Ursa. It has the potential to be able to right-click as well. Charge coming through, Dugu, focusing somebody, and it's going to be charging down to the bottom lane where Faith Beyond will TP home. He gets out of trouble, but MVP will stay together. with this mech like you talked about with the Sieges. We'll see how much they can get done. Look to dive again, blink down, fire flying away.
Is this the Blink Dagger debut? I don't think Wings have seen it yet.
I think so. He's
lurking in the trees.
Yeah. Gonna walk out now. Still no vision there. I don't think they saw it. He's gonna go to the ancient stack.
And that's a really important point. There is just no vision for Wings right now. And on their side of the map, it's all top. So they're not really able to farm much. They might get caught here, Maud.
Smoke. Innocence will be the first to be caught. MP jumps right in. Good static storm though. Still Innocence will fall to a crack heal. Corona only on the one is Bayfion though he wants FP. There's the race coming in the last though. Febby will surely fall first. MP might be second, but coming in is 2-0. MP somehow still alive, but finally falls. Vacuum is Bayfion time walking away. Nice Blink Dagger. They're diving underneath the tier. On the side comes through, but it's not enough. Stop on top. Is it? And they got a kill. Dubu as well. And finally will fall. MP might be next. Here's lost his agent.
Double kill.
And Wings turns 3.
That was huge from Ice Ice. What a great 3-hero stomp. Resets the fight. It buys time for Shadow's Blade Fury to cool down and completely turns the engagement. Also worth mentioning there, the Chrono didn't even catch the Ursa. It looked like it was going to be really bad, but MVP losing Febby very early in the fight, so they didn't get those additional tracks out.
Oh, Febby, you're underneath the sentry. Not anymore, though. He will make it out of Shadow. He's going to scope the Blade Fury anyway. Stop. Blink's coming in as well. The sticky napalm. Febby, all right, maybe he is dead.
Mega kill.
He's trying to stick up, but it's Wings again, finding another kill, and this will almost set them a tower, I would imagine. This tier 1 tower might be defended. This dude was charging in, but Wings are starting to gain a foothold in this game. And remember, MVP one loss away from that lower bracket. Wings want to secure at $2 million.
You know what's really scary, Mod? Wings might win with a normal draft.
Yes.
Then they can win pretty much every way under the sun.
For the draft panel, that was like the end of the world almost. It felt like they were so concerned about it.
They gave up. They had no faith. Non-believers. But Febby's died a lot this game. 7 deaths, and generally, you know, it's often talked about like when Twilight Die plays Bounty Hunter, for example. It's not a big deal if your 5 position dies. It means getting wards down, creating space, buying time for carries to farm. But if he's just dying a lot and you're constantly trying to fight, it does come back to hurt you. They're not getting extra track gold with some of these kills. QO went for the Dominator, but now back into BKB. Bounty Hunter's deaths add up this game because he's not really creating space as of late when he dies. He's just giving them both for free. Some deep wards, but not wards that have been converted into kills, so Febby needs to be careful here.
Ooh, TP, but they don't see it. Blink is going to be able to get out. No shuriken for Febby to be able to stop it. At what point do you say for MVP, okay, well, we're sick of fighting. We need to maybe farm and stay ahead. I don't know if they
Are we talking about the same team?
I mean, I know it sounds implausible, but
Dire's middle tower is
they have
under
the
attack.
ability to farm with some of these heroes.
You want to be more careful when Wings have their big cooldowns. So Chrono is up currently, Earth Splitter's ready, Static Storm, everything is available for Wings. That's where you don't want to hyper aggressively dive into the enemy team. Plus, they don't have Aegis. So fighting around the ultimate cooldowns and fighting around the Aegis timing, those are the 2 big factors that will keep MVP's aggression in check for now. But Forev has the blink. I think we saw that in the last fight. So there is some combo potential with that vacuum into 4-5 hero charge. Can set up for a really strong team fight.
Charge in, Shadow, Blade Fury. Again, if they want to fight, they'd have to flip. But Static Storm can't be found yet again. Stop, killed. Down to 35, and the Chrono top 2-0. And they're looking for more. Charge away. It's not yet. Surge through from Rev. People will at least walk out. Blink into the tree line for Rev. Jump in. Bayfion gets the back. Two caught. Can they bring him down before he charges out? No.
And stop!
It will catch him. Oh, beautifully done from Ice Ice. It will fall to be a 3rd kill going to Wings. They just keep getting more and more out of this game, LD.
Yeah, this Elder Titan is a real game saver. 0-5, but right now I feel like Ice Ice is the one who's stepping up to the plate. And there's a reason why this hero hasn't been getting through very often, even when he has absolutely nothing. Right now, just Tranquil Boots, Windlace. He did just buy a staff of Wizardry, but he's been very poor all game. His kit is so good, and it's 5 melee heroes. The stomp is going to connect more often than not. We still haven't seen the Big Wings team fight. That's what worries me for MVP. They can never screw up a team fight. One really bad team fight will be a wipe. If there's a really good Chrono, a Static Storm Stomp combination, they don't really have answers for that. So
it was like Wings, one more fight will put them they're on the cusp right now, but they could start getting some real big items here. Blink has to avoid this charge.
And remember, this is with MVP having a great start to the game. Like, imagine if Wings didn't give up all those early kills, if the Sentry was placed a bit differently mid, Batrider didn't die to Febby and constantly get dove. Like, this is with MVP having that fantastic start, and they're still struggling down the stretch. It shows that there are drawbacks to running 5 melee heroes who just run at you. There are counters to this. Looking back, like, God, 3-4 years ago, there was a big series between IG LGD where IG was recorded after the series, and they talked a lot about LGD at the time was facing the IG face rush. That was what it was called, the translation. And the counter was Enigma, just picking this hero that can dominate melee heroes because they love to run Night Stalker, Sven, Bounty Hunter, just run at you heroes. This is a strategy that has been used before in different ways by teams in the past, and Wings is showing it can be exploited, it can be punished if you play crisp, coordinated Dota.
Wings looking like that team that is solid all around. We've talked about Wings beating themselves before. Doesn't look to be the case so far in this series. They're already up 1-0, and they're looking for that game 2. And they're getting closer and closer as time ticks by. There is the Desolator pickup for QO. Helping dish out the damage, but he has died a couple of times. The Shadow's Omni Slash or Chronosphere. We'll see if QO can find the kills.
The Radiant should really do something about that middle
Shadow
tower.
now buys a Blink Dagger, so he's even better at split pushing and getting away with it. Also can assassinate heroes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. That's not gonna hold.
Carry player.
QO has fallen behind now with only 7,000 damage. Shadow walks up, stifling dagger, but it's eluded by the blade.
Should really do something about that middle tower.
First charge, Chronosphere blink in. He catches 2, Earth Splitter on top. Omni Slash will go, and QO not done yet. Looks like he will be about to fall static, and it should bring him down, and it will. Jericho Shock is coming in. Shadow's getting low, but he's going to try to turn on MP now. Looking to bring down Blake one more. He fireflies away and gets up out. MP, Kinetic Shield it in. And Shadow finds himself another one. Good back wall, but it might be too late. Then he walks into a Blade Fury and dies. Or dead for MVP.
HP bars, Mod. They're all almost dead. They get 4. They walk away unscathed. No track gold for you, MVP. That is MVP's ticket to late game. It's track gold. No huge economy here from the TA. Had the Dominator earlier. They sold it, but with that, with no Battle Fury being picked up, not really the type of lineup that just wants to be giving up kills and going late. It's not like this is Team Secret where they'll be down 20 kills, but they're running Alchemist Terrorblade, just planning on the 70, 80-minute win. This is a team that wins early or struggles to take it late.
MVP did do very well early, but they couldn't quite get over that hump. And QO stole that Dominator. Very interesting choice to me. And of course, he's still kind of low in the network department. So damage done to Innocence, but it's not the early game. Debbie needs +1, more than +1 to help get that kill now. They will go for Roche. That'll help stabilize their economy if they can get it. And it looks like with the Ursa, they can.
I don't know how concerned Wings is about 2 lives in MVP.
I would be at this point. They've won every single fight for past, I think, 10 minutes or so. If you look at the graph, it just shows all green dots going the way of Wings from a long period of time. It's about 18 minutes on or so. What a lead.
They have to get something done with this Aegis. Multiple core kills, ideally. Take that tier 2 mid. Try to bottle up Wings a bit. But look at the spread from Wings. It's the same thing as last game, Mod.
He is diving in. He wants to kill a vacuum wall. Static Storm on top, but they've lost it. It's in front of onto the Ice Splitter. It does beautiful work. He slides there, and MP will fall. At least he enrages to stay alive for now. But the Blade Fury will come through, and the rage is done. It's going to be 3 dead for MVP. It's like it's QO now. Looking crazy up, and a time walk is there. Aegis is down. Can they bring him down a second time? QO stopped up perfectly in time for Mindsight. Double kill. Shadow is godlike. And MVP, bit by bit, they're getting dismantled by Wings.
You know, I remember when Ice was confused constantly with Ice from Malaysia, with Ice from Singapore. Nobody knew who this guy was. He stood in for Big God at DAC a year ago and wasn't really considered to be that big of a deal. He was a decent pump player that Xiaowei saw and believed in. But my God, he is a hero for this team. Now the Earth Splitters, the Stomps, endless control.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
PA,
it has no
they're
arms
just getting
to defend
completely chain stunned and bursted by this guy. And what an underdog story, Wings. They once were, but now they're looking like an unstoppable juggernaut down the stretch. And to make matters even worse, with that fight mod, they start to get their next round of big items. Manta complete on Juggernaut, so even harder for the PA to focus. You can remove the track as well. Already Blake has the Aether Lens, as well as the Blink Dagger. They're looking for Faith Beyond bottom.
Got Time Walk if he needs it. He's
But
already
he's ready
ready
for
that
this.
tier 2 tower. And again, there's good vision coming out. Entry to the jungle is an observer ward on the Radiant side that Brett has to take down.
Just notice the items. 3 Blink Daggers, Void already has Time Walk, and a 4-staff and Elder Titan. Wings are just gonna kite the crap out of MVP. We saw it last game with slightly different items, but the same concept, and I think MVP, they go on to lose this match. They may have to rethink their overall strategy because it seems like Wings has completely figured it out.
Yeah, Wings look so good right now at this point.
The Dire's top tower is doing its best, but it doesn't look
They're doing
good.
so well. Looking for more. MVP is kind of hemmed into their jungle right now, looking to farm up
Dire's top tower
whatever
is
they
under
can.
attack.
They had such a dominant lead early on. 3 of the top 4 networks, but Shadow was always ahead. And now 6K up on this Juggernaut as well. So Shadow continues to farm away. Now with this Manta style, Blink Dagger, and an Ultimate Orb to follow up afterwards, which could very well be a Scotty here.
So for MVP, it looks really bad the way the game's developed, the difficulty they have getting quick kills in team fights. I think the next big tower spike, and probably the last one, unless they win fights at that point, is the BKB on Ursa. That's coming pretty soon, along with QO grabbing his. At that point, the Elder Titan is less of a threat. There's still ways to deal with BKB, whether it's the Lasso, the Chrono, Bash, Omni Slash. Like, there are still some solutions, but that gives you one more basically tank of gas with which to work, and I think they have to find multiple track kills at that point, or they will just have to GG out. At that point, they have no momentum, no control. Roshan wasn't enough. This will be their next big push, and likely their last if they don't succeed in some kills.
This is before they lose any tier 2 towers, and MVP, that's how much they're struggling at this point. And there's very likely a GG out if they lose another team fight the way they have been.
They're the ones hiding in their jungle. This is very un-MVP-esque. It's not the nature of the draft. It's uncharacteristic, but they've been forced into it because Wings has just not lost the team fight in, like you said, 15 plus minutes.
And there's that BKB you were talking about, at least for the Ursa. Again, VP, they need to find something with this alongside the one with QO. Can they get anything done? Again, like you talked about, they weren't concerned. Wings were not concerned about the double ages. Yeah, that ward should scout out the smoke of the sea coming in from Wings. We'll see. And VP can set something up here. They might just back away, but no, looks like they're setting the trap. Heavy will walk up first, break the smoke. Now he's gonna get caught. There's the last of Chrono's here on FG. BKB's not there to stash from the block himself. First splitter, he's locked. Pops the BKB in the array. How much longer can he survive? And the answer is not much. He's down for 56. Dubu, look at his gets another strike, but it's just not enough damage. Basically not getting the double kill. Wings, and they're not done yet. Shadow walking up, looking for more. MVP not GGing out just yet, but Wings feels like they're moments away from getting into that top 3 spot.
They saw it coming. They knew it was there. The bounty hunter still gets caught by the lasso. You then Chrono the Ursa. There's no counter for Chronosphere. What do? Like, try to vacuum them away from the Chrono? So, at that point, Omni Slash just lays into whoever's in there. They burst the Ursa down after the Chrono ends. He did pop BKB, he committed his ultimate. Still, they just kite him, they ignore him, then the PA gets glimpsed away, so she's out of the fight. Now, you kill the Spear Breaker, and then it's the 2v5. Wings are just never allowing MVP to fight as 5. They're the team who's always 5v1 because of their huge AoE control and their team fight abilities. I just don't know what MVP do.
Now there's a Manta style on Faith Beyond, even more damage, more mobility as well for him to get out. Febby, he had such a good start. He was like 4-1-6, and now he's got 10 deaths to his name. So Febby's struggling on that bounty hunter after the beginning stage of this game, which looks so good for MVP.
It's gonna get even harder now. Wings have 2 Ghost Scepters, one on the Bat Rider, one on Ice Ice. No Diffusal Blades on MVP. We saw when CTY was playing Ursa, he would often go for that item, but MP is just not farming nearly well enough to get it.
They will find Febby yet again. Basically on top of Manta, and that is more than enough damage between that and Firefly. And he's not done. Blink's gonna keep going. They're looking for MP, Time Walk. They have the Chronosphere in 6 seconds, but he's not there right now.
Ursa wants to come in. He's thinking about it.
His team is also thinking about it in the mid lane. They're saying, okay, we can come to help you, but we're fighting 4 versus 5. Smoke up though from MVP, and this might be the last gasp if it doesn't work out.
But they're doing this 4v5 with no track gold. Even if they win, how much gold will they really get out of the fight?
Ice Ice is isolated, and he's gonna get caught. And there's strikes back in. Ghost Scepter coming in, and the Chrono on to 2. Earth Splitter to follow up. MP's MVP about to lose everything.
It's a massacre, Mod. They can't stand against Wings. Even when they 4v1 find the Elder Titan, he presses Ghost Scepter, and suddenly it's them losing for Wings. They've written the blueprint on how to take down MVP. You just have to take your hat off to this team. Not only did they pick crazy, they picked smart. There is genius behind their apparent madness.
They're going to go for the first high ground push. The tier 3 tower, they are moments away from getting to that top 3 spot. Wings will try to get their first set of racks, and it looks to be successful as MVP no buybacks on Duo or Ursa. MP not there to help defend, and Wings back
Radiant's
up.
bottom tower has seen better days.
We're at a point now where Juggernaut can man fight any of these carries. Look how big he is. We'll see the fight again. Charging from Spearbreaker. All 4 heroes arrive. No, actually, we won't see it again because there's another fight breaking out.
He's lost the gem. He just purchased it. Duo coming in. Blade 3 from Shadow to stop the stifling dagger. Duo getting chased down. Firefly bringing him. And Duo pops the BKB. And just the 4-step from Ice, fighting as best as possible. His Ghost Scepter is down. The kinetic field is there. They would like to get this 1 kill, but that's it. That's the first kill they've gotten in I don't know how long.
That was with a Darkseer buyback as well. Oh dear. Even then, it's still not very good for them when it comes to net worth, and they lost the lane of Rax. Triple Ghost Scepter. So, yeah. Diffusal Blade will be mandatory for MVP at this point. Ursa still a long ways off from it. PA nowhere near it. Speaking of Diffusal, it's the Faceless Void of Face Beyond who gets it, but yeah, I think Juggernaut can man fight any of these carries, even the PA at this point. He's got Scotty, he has Basher, he has Manta. He is at 23k net worth, over almost 2.5 times that of the MVP carries.
Yeah.
I think he can even man fight the PA.
Nubu charging in, he's gonna find another strike at Shadow, but no! Face Beyond denies him, gets the bash off, see you later.
Wow. The glimpse if they can get vision for it.
Link is on the hunt with Firefly. They'd like to find more. There's going to be a last one to FT, maybe QO, but now they actually lose the Batrider. Shadow in trouble, and they take it down.
Void is trying to run now.
UG looking for Innocence, can't quite find him with the Ghost Scepter there.
Dire's middle tower is all alone in the world. Be attacked.
Now MVP will turn this straight into Roshan. Look how much gold they just got from those 2 kills. Shadow with 23k does end up falling. Wow.
Oh, they see the Void, I think.
They have the track up. Other than Hellman's it off.
Is he gonna try for an Aegis Snipe Mod?
He's pretty far away. He's used his time walk. Charges up, gets the bash out of heavy heat. He doesn't want to kill the bounty hunter. Gets the chrono. I don't think he can finish off, but he can get the kill on the FD. He can't get Rose. He can get the kill onto the Ursa. Charging from Nubu though. Duo's low. Has to finish off the throw shot. It's low. Duo gets the ace. Absolutely, he'll pick it up. Face Beyond Knife. They actually eat the cheese on Duo, and he's going for Innocence. But again, no way to stop that Ghost Scepter vacuum back. They now will be able to bring him down. 3 still dead for Wings and Face Beyond. Oh man, going for Nubu. We'll find him.
He's going in.
Double and Face Beyond. Can he do this on his own? Forever and Febby both low. His stuns are there. He's out of mana. Diffuse of Blade going to work. And Forever about to fall. Can he get it? The Arid is the gems on the deck for Face Beyond. 1 more right click from Fuel will get it done.
Monster kill!
Like
Triple kill!
Are you serious, Face Beyond? How is he still alive? They're gonna go back in for QO with the BOTs. They might lose the PA as
Dire's middle
well.
tower is under attack.
QO, the ace is gone. 5 dead. Can they get the 2nd kill? There's the madness there. Duo gets stunned up in the back, and he's going to jump in. He wants to get Face Beyond, but he can't find it. He's going to fall twice. He's gone twice.
Only Wings would actually take that fight. They're 3v5. They're up a lane of Rax. They're up 15, almost 20k gold, even after the 2 deaths. Face Beyond on a shred of HP. Goes into 3 heroes, goes into the Aegis. What other team would fight that? And they win. He lives. He's back to full health.
There's no buyback.
This team is relentless.
Wings want to, like you said, punish even further. Smoke up his the last gap. We've said that a lot, but Dubu will charge in and immediately Face Beyond response with a diffuse blade in kind, and they will finish off the Spear Breaker with no buyback for himself. Second set of racks is going down, and MP is going all the way around behind them, but it is going to be 2 sets down, LD.
That is heart-crushing, but now they see FP. Wayne's gonna let him go. They're also hunting Febby.
Yeah, well, they want Febby instead. He gets the Solar Crest, and he's just gonna walk on out.
I mean, you just finally want to fight. You get 2 huge track kills. You think you're gonna take Roche for 3? I mean, 3v5. Surely Wings are not going to contest without a buyback. Wrong. They are, and they're going to win. That is just the knife through your heart, MVP. Desperation now.
They're defending until this Ancient is gone. Patreon on the hunt for Febby. Shadow as well. Action-wise, looks like they don't have it. Shadow is going to walk for that boundary route. He's going to see that it's gone. Febby won't take it, realizing that his survival is more important. Although Ice almost has his refresher orb. That is insane. Oh my god.
Chrono Refresher Ultimate on the Elder Titan.
I mean, they're practically killing them with just one, let alone two. The Earth Splitter, so.
And they're not even going for Diffusal Blades. MP is nowhere near one. The PA stopped off for a Basher, feeling like he has to be able to man-fight the Juggernaut and the Void, but truth be told, when both of them have Mantas, I don't think you win in a 1v1. You're only going to win if you have help, which is what happened last time when they jumped up onto the high ground into 4 MVP heroes that were waiting. These supports are still going to be almost impossible to deal with.
Stomp. QO avoids it, sidesteps it. We've entered a wall mid-game after the relentless aggression from Wings, and they've decided to slow down a little bit and take a drink and reassess the situation, which is still looking pretty damn good for Wings. That's an Aghanim Scepter for the Faceless Void, if it wasn't enough already. And he also has Diffusal 2 as well.
About like, what, with 5-10 minutes in, I mentioned MVP want to fight around the Wings cooldowns.
Yeah.
There are very few cooldowns now. Refresher nearly complete on the Elder Titan, the 1-minute cooldown on the Chrono. Wings, they can fight constantly too.
And they are smoked up, and that's exactly what they're looking to do. There's no tier 2 in the way. MVP are in their face, no face rush anymore. Blink is looking for that last one, he'll find it. QO now caught. Chrono on 2. QO will fall. No, he gets out the BKB, but he's still very alive. The static storm. BKB will keep him alive. 2 though will fall. The Earth Splitter MP does avoid it. Now Blink is looking for innocence. Gets the pistol bladed up. He could get mana so quickly. He will go down. He's got 5x and he might have to use it. QO back at the base. They're going for the tier 4. That's it. Wings have secured top 3. And MVP will go down to the loser's bracket, LD.
They are quickly becoming the team of TI. Didn't come through the wild card, but Vaughn, this team kinda came out of nowhere about 6 months ago. Nobody knew who Wings Gaming was. They weren't doing anything particularly impressive. They would take games off top teams, but they had never proven it prior to this event, yet to get it done on a big stage. But here they are, guaranteed over $2 million.